Heidi ho
So
there,
when you
everybody.
start with the retarded
Howdy,
people,
folks.
right?
The what? What? That had nothing to do with
You got
anything to do with what we were
what?
talking
You
about.
need more than just the three of us. What are you talking about?
I'm making a Mr. Mac cannibalism joke.
Mr.
Okay.
What?
Remember
Howdy,
when he came on
folks.
the?
Hope
Oh
you guys
yeah,
had a great
remember when he came
weekend.
onto the camera and he goes, "So when the
What?
cannibalism starts, we start with the retarded and the special ed people, right?"
Oh,
Remember that?
Max. Yeah.
I was making
Okay.
a reference to Mr. Max.
Okay. He stole that joke from me.
Oh, I only heard it from Mr. Max. So
watches my show in the morning, then regurgitates all my humor on someone else's show in the afternoon. Fucking chinless Frenchman.
yeah, he actually looks kind of ugly without beard hair.
Yeah, looks freaky. Looks really freaky. Hey, Raven, you know where the link is, and I know you know where the link is. So why aren't you in here? Giving Shadow
Telling us about how
company on
Bigfoot took you on a date last night.
yeah, giving Shadow company on the bottom row.
No, no, dear God, no. Bigfoot.
Oh.
No goony goo goo. None of that shit. Uh, it's funny though. The next.
Oh, I'm taking your prompt away from you for the next writing thing. It's not French maids anymore. It's Bigfoot.
Not gonna happen. It's funny though. I
No, no,
just.
Bigfoot and French maid outfit.
Lady Bigfoot.
It won't work because they only have 1 foot.
Yeah, but you know what they can do with that 1 foot?
They can
Giggity,
shove it up
giggity.
your ass. Is what they can do. It's funny because I just started the next chapter of my psycho killer story, and it's actually called "Double Date the County Morgue."
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah. Double date at the county morgue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
That's
really
pretty
got to
good.
get something done with that. I haven't even
Pardon?
finished the first chapter yet.
Yeah. I've just been playing with my outline.
I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm into my 4th chapter.
Yeah. Just I keep going over my outline because I'm an outliner. And
All
like
in
I
my
could
head,
tweak
man. It's all
this.
in my head.
I can
I
make
did
this
that with the
better.
last story. I had outlines and notes and shit all over, not all over, but all at the bottom of my document. And I was all happy that I was deleting them as I was going along. Okay, I did this, I did that. This one, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the killer is. I'm 4 chapters in.
You could fuck yourself doing that.
I know. But there just haven't been enough people to. There's only one possible suspect.
Yeah. I
For now.
I've got mine is the cop investigating the case. It's his daughter. She's the psycho killer. Qu'est-ce qu'on sait?
I kind of hate when they do that, when it's so
Shut up.
close. It's right there in your face the whole time.
Shut up.
but but maybe it'll work.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be the first time.
It won't work. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being trite. I know she's gonna get away. She's not gonna get caught at the end of the story. She can get away.
I know that I know a
So
few things. I haven't introduced him obviously, but I know a few things about the killer. Like I didn't realize it to begin with, but he's actually. I mean, I knew he was trying to contain a demon's heart in his mind, at least. I don't know if it's real or not. That's just in his mind. He's also very religious. I didn't think about that till all of a sudden, the dead body was splayed out in a crucifix style. It's like, oh shit!
Hey,
this
stop
guy's
stealing my ideas.
I'm having my bodies hung between walls by their hands and feet. Just out. Not specifically.
Mine are getting scarecrowed.
Not specifically like crosses.
Well, no, mine was not crucified, and he was not hung up anywhere. He just was sprawled out, looking like a crucifix on the ground.
Oh god. And fucking weird symbols carved into the flesh all over the place.
Actually, you wouldn't be able to see them in my case because the body's skinless. In fact,
Not in the case of
that's the murderer's MMO. Every time they find a dead body, it's always skinless.
Skinless. That's a good story title. Skinless. You can call it that.
I can't do anything with that one.
What?
Well, not in the next stories. There's got to be lots of skin in the next story.
Yeah.
And this one, it needs to all be intact. Otherwise, it loses the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The next one, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
I thought you were well on your way to like page 99.
No, it's gonna be a fresh story, man. Gonna start it on week 1 and end it on week 6. I'm not cheating like you are.
Hey, just because I had some extra time.
That's some Vaseline.
No,
And a
and,
chainsaw
you know,
sword.
What?
for all,
Whoa! I don't want to know what you're doing with your erotica with Vaseline and a chainsaw, man.
yeah, I mean, at some point, you really don't need the Vaseline if you're using a chainsaw. Just saying.
Uh,
That's about like 2 nanoseconds into it. That was pretty gross.
Fucking Dean.
I was making a Slanesh reference anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, for all my
Okay. If you participate next month, bro, no Slanesh porn. Okay. I'm hardcore. It's got to be something that can be published on Amazon. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying those are our rules. Follow the same fucking rules as Amazon.
I'm
That's
going to
fair.
need some clarification on some of the
Well,
acts that can and can't be portrayed.
you can always open up your. You should have created an account for Amazon by now. You can always open it up and look through the guidelines yourself. Just Google them; they come up right away, like the specific subsections.
What are the guidelines for writing erotica on Amazon?
Yeah. Well, say KDP instead of Amazon, but
Yeah.
because that's their self-publishing branch. KDP.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And for all my trying to get ahead and cheat as you called it, I'm still behind.
Yeah. I'm just fucking pulling your leg, man. I don't care.
No, it's good that I did it because you never know when you're gonna hit a block.
Yeah. So you're saying when TCG leaves us to go work on this game next month or the one after in the new year, you want to shorten the time?
Well, no, I like the idea of intermittent other tasks.
Okay.
6 weeks. I mean, unless I'm like whole hog, just getting to write like 4 hours a day, which is not.
Likely anytime soon.
No. Um,
You should try and find 1 day or 2 days a week where you can get that kind of
yeah,
solid block in.
Wednesday I can do that. When I'm listening to Raven's show, I can sit down and do a little writing, and ostensibly every other Monday. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Tonight I'll be putting together a freaking a boot locker for Jackie's freaking shoe collection.
He can't do it himself.
He's never put anything together like that, and I want it together right. So I'm gonna do it in his room and make sure he's helping.
No. What you gotta do is make him do it while you supervise.
Yeah, I could get him as hands on as possible.
That way, he actually learns how to fucking pull the gay out of his butt and do stuff
Just as
like a
long as
real
you don't
man.
do to him what my dad did, though. Here you go.
No.
Instructions. No instructions. Not even in the hammer. Not even nails. Just put that together and walks away. Expects me to do everything including figuring out how to fucking measure it without any help.
Yikes.
That's what you
Hey,
get.
I put together my very first bicycle in kindergarten. It came in
Yeah.
a box, and I had to put it together. And to this day, I don't know how I did it. Um, I was 5. You know what I mean?
Well, the
And
bicycles. Here's something I will attest right now. Bicycles are easy. By the time I was 8 years old, I had taken apart and put back together from about 8, 9 bicycles, 3 superior bikes.
yeah,
Bicycles
yeah,
are easy.
this was kindergarten, and I couldn't read.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm
You
just
know,
saying it. Bikes are easy, so it's not like you could. It's. I'm not saying that's not a great achievement. I'm just saying it's not masterfully amazing. It's like even a 5-year-old can figure out bikes. That's the beauty.
Well,
clearly,
That is
I
the
did.
beauty
you
of a
did.
bike.
Training wheels and all. I'm pretty sure I had training wheels. Yeah, I know I did because I remember
Yeah.
when they
Oh,
got to
I know.
take
I
them.
had training wheels.
But the fact that my parents thought that that was the way to go, it's like
Yeah.
kindergarten. I was I lived relatively close to the school, but I still had to pass. I didn't have to cross any streets or anything. I could take one sidewalk all the way there, but it was past 30 or 40 houses. Let's say
Yeah.
30 houses. It was like okay, they dropped me off the first day of kindergarten, and then from that point on, it's like I had to get there myself.
Well, times
It
were
was just
different then.
still to me it's still
You could walk
smacks us.
down 20 different caves and you don't have to worry about a single Neanderthal taking you randomly.
That was good. Yeah, but the T Rexes, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, they were trainable at least.
You'd
They may be
think, but
dumb, but they knew where their food came from.
yeah, us.
Yoshi didn't do anything, man.
Yeah, it was just it was weird, back then. And my parents, were
Also, gold star to TCG.
so fucking ill-equipped. It's a wonder both of us didn't end up in prison. Just saying.
Mm. I don't know, man. I think more parents should be a little more getting their kids to actually do shit than they
Oh,
do these
absolutely,
days.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Just these days with abductions and shit like that.
That's not as common as you think, man.
Uh,
See, I'm less worried about abductions, and this I do know is far more common nowadays. The Karens trying to poison your child.
Oh,
That's where I try to avoid
that
children.
that's
If I had children
no, man.
being by themselves.
what's up, George?
That's still like it's not the Karens. Oh, I'm not going to go into it right now, but
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but in the end,
let's
you
put
knew
it
my
this way.
point. At any rate,
Let's put it this way. I've been through a lot of shit, right?
mhm.
Uh,
But
but
going through,
the scariest thing I can ever and have ever imagined was my kid disappearing.
mhm.
I would rather
Well,
go
yeah,
through anything, and that being the case, I would do anything to make sure it was not possible.
yeah, but you got to understand that mindset is indoctrinated into you through media programming.
Nope,
Um,
nope, nope.
the
Because with my
you've
work,
seen it, you've seen it, but
I know
like,
what you're talking about. But with my experience, having seen kids take it and what happens to them, um, I would literally rather become an amputee than to have that happen.
yeah,
There's no greater tragedy and sense of despair and just fear and all that all just rolled up into
yeah,
one circumstance that I
but
would do anything to
I,
prevent anybody from having to
I,
go.
I've seen a lot of the kids like from that are younger than I am, but that generation right after mine that
Mhm.
was uh, coddled out of that fear, programmed from I don't know Dateline or whatever. What was that
Mhm.
show? The stupid triangle. That was Dateline, right?
I don't know. I know
it
what you're
was
talking
Dateline.
about with
Uh,
Chris Hansen or something with Chris Jensen or whatever.
no. That was um the pedo one. I think that was just like
Right. You,
named after him.
but that's the
No,
underlying cause.
the one with the red triangle in the opening from the '90s. And it's like, it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? It had during its opening. Do you remember
Okay,
that show?
vaguely no, because TV wasn't a big part of my
My
life.
Yeah.
grandmother loved that show.
Um. Uh. You got that programming that psychological programming, right? That was pumped into a generation of parents,
Mhm.
and then they coddled their kids so fucking much that they're just incapable of like opening a door without instructions.
Yeah, we being a latchkey kid. Yeah, it went hard in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, even that mentality, that idea of the latchkey kid. Well, okay, that's a byproduct of your parents both working, but at the same time, you were also expected to, like
Hey,
the
Copper, I'll be
previous
right back.
generation was given more freedom than even the latchkey kids were. They just knew that if they came home, there'd be someone there, which wasn't the case with latchkey kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, my mom was actually home, but
Yeah,
she was in a drunken stupor, and half the time we came home and then went right back out until the
yeah.
street lights came on, riding our bikes and getting into trouble, and just being kids the way they should be. But now it's just not possible, and I don't know. I mean, up from a certain point, I could remember um, that
Well,
there was no even like knowledge of kids being taken or molested or anything like that. It like started late 70s, I want to say, and then it
yeah.
just kind of exploded.
That shit happened. It just wasn't sensationalized.
Right, which
Um,
it should
but
never have happened, which is weird, is because clearly today there is obviously there are a lot of people out there that want to do that to kids.
there's always been fucking sickos, right? And they should be put down like the rabid dogs that they are, but they aren't. They
Right.
aren't. Um, but now you get like you can look up cases of child put into social care because parent let them go to local park on their own. You know,
Hmm.
like a 12-year-old or whatever, right? You
Yeah.
walk the 2 blocks up the street to the local park.
Yeah.
Is like where there's a jungle gym for kids to play on,
Yeah, or the
and
community center or whatever. We
yeah,
sort of we had one of those when I was growing up, and we've got a park where we drive by every once in a while, and it's just full of kids.
yeah,
You can't really tell if the parents are there or not. If they are, they're probably in the car on their phone because the parking
yeah,
lot's always full. And I know the kids didn't drive
yeah.
there, but there,
Well,
there's a skate park and a basketball area and stuff like that, and restrooms. But
well, the question is why are cops ever showing up at a person's house because their kid is at the park?
because of
Unless something like violent happened,
Well, I
right?
just saw this thing yesterday. This poor guy, he's got like back issues and stuff, and
Yeah,
he has to mow his lawn in increments, right?
yeah,
And the neighbor keeps calling the cops on him because he's doing just that, either because it's too noisy or because the noise is intermittent, instead of, over and done in a half hour or 45
yeah.
minutes or whatever. They keep coming out to his house. One part of it is because he's actually using a gas mower and they're trying to get
Yeah,
to that. But the other part is because he's old and he's got to, he can do it for like 10 minutes and then he's got to stop, and
yeah,
lay down or sit down or whatever. I get it. I mean, uh, when it's hot out here and I was mowing the backyard, to help Jackie out. It's like after 15 minutes, I'm like, fuck, I'm pooped. It's
hmm
105, 110, whatever it was, or in the front yard, where it's not like the front yard's not flat at in any stretch of the imagination. It's got these divots in it. It's a pain in the ass uphill and
well,
whatever. And after 15 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I better hurry up and get this done because I'm getting tired. You
Yeah,
know.
well, that's all kinds of bullshit, right? Like every state in your union and every province in our country, you should be calling them provinces or counties, not fucking states, but whatever. That's a discussion for another time. uh, has something on the books that making a false police complaint is a crime,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like, okay, the first time you do it, it's like being an asshole, but the second time you do it, it's malicious. It's
Mm-hmm.
intentional. Like you're told, no, him mowing his lawn in stages because his back is killing him is not a lawful reason to call the cops.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
in the old days, you know, and not that long ago, um, if if one neighbor had that problem, the neighbor with the problem would have probably stepped in and helped the guy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like, hey, it's annoying. Why don't I, 15 minutes out of your day helping a neighbor out, is unheard of. You know,
yeah.
everybody in my neighborhood knows that if they need something, they can come to me. And if I can do something about it, I will. There's an old lady down the street. There's another lady across the street. They won't hesitate to come knock on my door and say, hey, can you help me with this? You can help, even if it's,
Well,
it's,
they couldn't ask you to do anything. They couldn't even ask you to change a light bulb. There's no way you would be able to like reach that high up. You couldn't even switch out your smoke detector.
You kidding me? Shadow's high all the time. Of course he could change a light bulb. He's just lit too, so they don't need to.
He just walks in and stands there until they don't need the light anymore, then leaves.
Yep.
Oh,
for the better part of 3 years, I was taking out one of my neighbor's trash for her.
yeah,
Every Monday night, I would take the trash cans out to the side of the road for her until she got a smaller main trash can and her, just got her maid to do the other part. There's no trouble. I'm glad to help.
yeah.
Yeah.
These days,
You,
you know,
you know what kind of neighborhood Shadow lives in that people have maids?
Yeah.
I
Well,
bet they're not
Shadow
even
got one
Mexican
too. He
maids
just
either.
Shadow
you
has
know,
one
it,
too. Technically, it's just the fact he claims claims him as his son.
shit, that boy don't do a damn thing
That's not a
about it.
maid. That's a groundsman. And
Yeah, it's a
he's
groundskeeper.
Eh,
And the one that I did have moved back home.
potato.
And guys, I live in California, not Georgia. Just saying.
yeah. In Georgia, they're black. California, they're Mexican.
That's fair. Yeah, I do have a maid. She unfortunately,
Well, they're probably Mexican in Georgia now too. Last got put out of a job. They took our job.
it's funny. I was at Sam's Club uh, Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, and I was walking down the aisle, and this robot freaking like forklift like device comes driving by, and me and this lady like both got cut off by the freaking robot thing, and I
Yeah.
looked at her and I go, "They're taking our jobs," and she just walks away laughing. It was awesome because I fucking hate those things in Walmart and Sam's Club and shit. Just like I hate the freaking app for the fast food places and the self checkout. It's like
Oh, no.
we
You
should
love
be
the
getting
self
discount.
checkout. You
What?
love the self checkout, man. You just
Where,
don't.
where you don't scan actually all the items? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you just don't ring up your ice cream and your pizza pockets and you just walk out.
They deserve it. I'm not going to
Well,
lie.
that's why a lot of them are closing down the self checkout
Yep, yep.
systems. I noticed
Everywhere I
that.
go except one place, they've got them all like taped off and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
serves you fucking right. You put the
My
customer to work.
Yeah,
You know,
my mother loves self checkout. She's like, "Oh, let's use the self checkout." I'm like, "The lazy motherfuckers! No, let's not. Let's make them actually work. No, no, no. We'll use the self checkout."
well,
She
Well,
admittedly,
fell
the
for
self
it.
checkout is faster.
yeah, the self check. You don't have to put up with grandma counting her pennies or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I did like it at first for being in a hurry, but then I realized, hey, you know what? Every time I go to an actual register and and have to deal with the person, I always have like a micro conversation with them now, just so that they're, because I realize that actually for them makes the the time go by a little faster. It's less, demeaning, and it
Sometimes,
pisses Jackie's mom off to no end. It's like, why are you talking to them? I'm like,
because I'm a civil human being.
Yeah, because I never know when I might bump into them somewhere else, and they're like, "Oh, it's that long-haired dude. I remember you. You were
Yeah.
kind of cool,
Now,
We're talking
now,
about shrimp."
I would honestly like it if I could just like, hey, hey, I
Is
told
Jackie
you to
mom play
be
video
here.
games?
Good man.
Awesome, Hungar. How the hell are you? I was gonna call you this weekend, but then
Yeah.
I figured you'd probably be,
Getting
still
busy.
doing the honeymoon stuff, and I didn't want to
Nah,
interrupt
she's
them.
already gone back to work.
Ah,
She
sorry
can't
to
make
hear
me
that.
any money sitting here at the house. She gotta get out on those streets.
That's good. That means now on you can do a show on Mondays, and
No,
I
I'm
can take
good.
the day off.
No, I'm
I'm good.
good.
I'm done with YouTube. I just popped on to say hi to you guys.
Okay. Why
Oh
are you done
man,
with YouTube,
Hello.
man?
Bored with it.
yeah, but YouTube ain't done with you. Just say it.
Yeah.
YouTube got no freaking choice.
Oh,
Oh.
What you guys been doing?
just writing and
Yeah. I'm
telling
gonna have to
bad
step
jokes.
downstairs for a minute.
How you been, man?
I've been good. I've been playing a lot of WoW.
That you're not the only one, not me, but I think someone we know started playing. Was it Bubba?
Is
I,
Bubba
I never
playing
played. I never
WoW?
played a minute of that.
It's fun. I'm having a blast.
How about
I
your
used
writing?
to I used to play it a lot. And then I quit for like I don't know 5 years or so.
So how's the writing going?
Yeah,
Eh,
Yeah.
I'm on my fifth or sixth story, man.
good for you. I'm not creative.
That's
Yeah.
neither is Shadow.
Have you read my stories?
Oh.
He just keeps writing
Are they
Firefly
out
over
on
and over again.
audiobook?
Well, you can.
All work and no play make Jack a dull boy over and over and over again.
Yeah, I've been playing WoW, kicking ass.
Yeah.
Took my level 70 mage out to the battleground today and owned some fools.
I started playing Space Engineers again.
I know. I see it. Hi,
Yeah,
Raven.
I'm just RPGing, man. Last night's game was good. Might have sold a couple of your shirts to.
I actually started playing Vampire the Masquerade with my brother and them last night.
I saw that coming.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's going to be taking the
That's what they call
HRT.
it, a facial.
I play the new WoW, George.
New WoW, not classic WoW.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that George's name is George George?
Yes.
Yep.
Only
That's the
recently, though.
joke.
Only recently.
It's an anagram.
I
No.
tell people at the hospital when they come in to ask me what my name is, I'm always like Fred Frederson the Third. When's your birthday? April 4th, 1942. What?
My head.
Just to mess with them.
Yeah. Oh, when I used to go down to Domino's and they'd ask me what my name was for the order, I'd go, Batman.
When I had an iPhone, my name on my iPhone was Batman. So every time I'd ask it to do something, it's like, yes, Batman.
My first cell phone was like one of those like no questions asked accounts.
Oh, yeah. Burner?
Yeah. It was Public Mobile was the name of the company, and it was like just make sure your bill's paid on time, and they asked for an account name, and I said I don't want to give you my name, and he's like, sure, Asama. And then I get fucking like calls from the company asking me how my service was, and they would look down at the name and just start laughing because it was Osama bin Laden.
Nice.
And I'd be talking like this, Mr. bin Laden,
Mr. Bin Laden. Yes.
and then the person would immediately start cracking up.
I worked at a convenience store. And we sold the burner phones.
Yeah.
And there was a law they put in effect where a person could only buy like 4 of them at a time.
Which is more than enough for what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, what they were doing, this was the time when that, especially in Orlando, we'd have a lot of tourists come over from other countries and buy like 4 or 5 of those burner phones at each store they could go to, and then take them back to the Middle East with them and do things.
Okay.
Like use them for birth control.
Birth control.
Yeah, those IUDs or whatever.
You don't need to buy them in bulk from the U.S. for that.
I'd be
I
back.
just ordered them straight from China.
Yikes! What did I get myself into this morning? The same thing you do every Monday morning.
Oh,
Trying to take over the world.
should I send Hungar that scene that I had Raven read and get him to?
You mean you haven't already? You
I haven't.
slacker?
I am a slacker.
But then you got to send it to Bubba and DM James.
I don't have DMJs on contacts anymore. But I will send them that scene. I just gotta find it and isolate it.
Yeah, I could use a burner phone, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm like 50-50 in middle of the road, that and like a Starlink or a sat phone or something like that.
What was the name of that story again? Oh,
I don't know. Mine could be a burner because I bought a really cheap phone, but it's also a smartphone, so doubtful it's a burner.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want a smartphone.
You have a smartphone.
I could care less. If I ever get tracked, it's literally because I'm lost, not because I've done anything I'm not supposed to.
I bought
So I'm not too worried about it.
a deep fryer, and I've been experimenting with different fried chicken recipes to find out which has the best crust. You know,
Tempura.
Korean style, bro. Korean style fried chicken. I'm telling you what, talk about the crispiest, juiciest. Oh, this shit is just. And then the sauce that comes with the recipe, sweet, spicy, umami goodness. But the secret is, I found you put the seasoning on your chicken that you want to put on it, and then I put it in a big gallon Ziploc bag with cornstarch and cover it with cornstarch and let it set for about an hour. That cornstarch will pull out the moisture, and then I mix it. I dip it in a mixture of half cornstarch, half flour, wet batter, and fry that up, and you get the crispiest fried chicken you've ever had. Even putting on a wet, sticky sauce, it still holds the crispiness. So when you bite into it, it's just like crunch. I mean, it's
That's the shit, man.
freaking good.
I went to go buy onion rings, frozen onion rings at Sam's Club this weekend, and fuckers. It used to be a 5-pound box with 5 1-pound bags, so I could shove it in my freezer. Fuckers, it's now a 10-pound box. It's fucking big, almost bigger than my freezer. Like shit. I now have to buy that third freezer, and 1/7 of it's going to be just onion rings.
And there's a problem with that.
No.
Space. I don't have the space.
There's a company called Rimrock, which I just love the name of it. Rimrock. They can rim my rock anytime they want. But they make Chinese food. Bags of Chinese food. And I picked up. They had some at this discount grocery I go to, which just sells overstock for other company or other stores. And they had these bags, like these 2-pound bags for $3.99. So I bought a couple of them. I was like, I'm going to take them home and try them out. And if they're good, I'll buy more. The next day, I went back and bought 5 more bags. Because for $4, you get this crispy, like chicken nuggets that comes with the sauce. You just warm up the sauce and pour on them. And they're pretty good. And they've got the DiGiorno pizzas at this store for $3.99 as opposed to $9 at Walmart for one pizza. So, of course, I got a freezer full of pizza and Chinese nuggets.
Like sweet and sour type of chicken?
General Tso.
Ooh.
Okay. I've never had that. I go with the orange chicken because I can't find.
If you like orange chicken, you'd like General Tso chicken.
Because I haven't seen actual sweet and sour chicken, with the pink plum sauce and pineapple and onion. I have not seen that in 15 years at any restaurant, any place, anywhere. I don't know what the fuck. They just stopped making that too.
Yeah. But I just popped on to say hi because that's my
You'd be
time.
amazed how often restaurants end up changing that kind of stuff. Oh, sorry.
No, go. Just
you'd
tell
be
him
amazed how
Hunger
often restaurants change that kind of stuff, just based off of companies and what they make. Like I forgot what it is exactly, but there used to be a type of sauce that was made by Lighthouse
Wishbone
that used to be the secret sauce for McDonald's. They stopped making it, so McDonald's switched over to simple Thousand Island dressing. The secret sauce used to actually be something special, but then Lighthouse stopped making it. Hello.
Good to know, George. I might actually buy that.
I'm not 100% correct on.
Wait a bit, Hunger. I want you to read something. But I need to send it. I need to send it to you over. You know how to get to Google Docs, right?
No.
No.
Young Master Gregory has been playing Conan Exiles without you, bro.
Yeah, I've been playing Space Engineers because I can let it run in the background while writing.
So you've not been playing it; you've just been running it in the background.
Well, I can set up things and let them build and mine on their own.
If you want me to read that thing, just send it to a link for me to Discord, and I'll check it out.
No, I want you to read it while we're watching you.
No. I gotta deal with something.
Okay. Yeah.
Take care, Hungar.
A lot of times when I'm saying I'm going to go take a nap, it's because I just realized I gotta deal with something with my stomach.
Okay.
You know what's on my stomach.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a bunch of fried
chicken grease.
Take care, Hungar. Don't be a stranger, man.
Not any stranger than I already am.
Expect an actual live phone call from me this week. I don't know when. That'll be a fun part.
Yeah, but also the
Bye, Hungar.
secret sauce. I want McDonald's that I just mentioned. Sorry, I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say I wanted to see Hungar's face while he read that. But...
Oh yeah.
You were saying the secret sauce thing.
I'm not 100% sure that is actually the McDonald's base story that I heard. I'm pretty sure that is McDonald's. But I'm
pretty sure McDonald's makes their sauce in house.
I'm wrong. Well, if someone fact tracks me on that one and I'm wrong, I won't be surprised. I just remember something along that lines of there being a particular restaurant getting a particular sauce that Thousand Island no longer makes, so they had to go to a generic instead.
Yeah, my mom used to pull this trick on us when we were kids. She just used Thousand Island, as the secret sauce, but she's said, all right, everybody go to the table. I'm going to make the secret sauce. And she just pulls out 2,000. One time I caught her doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I never use Thousand Island on my salad. Always
Well,
French dressing.
well, it's
Yeah,
also
they're pretty good
it
if you
also
mix them
has to
together.
do. Yeah,
Hmm.
and it also has to do with a lot with what I mean. I know that we start getting into the woo woo a little bit, but it is true from Kung Fu Panda. To make something special, you just have to believe it's special. So if you really believe that Thousand Island sauce is something else, it's going to be extra good.
Yep, yep. Placebo effect.
I can see that. I can see that. It was good. I've been craving an actual like freaking massive freaking burger on the grill.
Oh yeah, my mom used to make them. They were like an inch and a half thick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we spent like a decade telling her not to make them that thick anymore because you get the heartburn halfway through a burger. But I miss them now.
I've never had that, but I'd be willing to risk it.
Yeah.
My mom also used to do this thing where she just make like a giant meatball and put it like a onion on top of it and broil it. No
Oh,
buns. Yeah, I might make those, add those to the menu because I'm not getting enough beef. I literally only eat beef like
I I
3 times
prefer lamb,
every
but
2 weeks.
yeah.
We eat a lot of beef and chicken around here. Pork mostly in the form of bacon and ham.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
thing
We
that
do
thing
pork
Hunter
and
Shadow just described would be better with bacon wrapped around it.
yeah, I might do something like that. But
Oh,
yeah, I
there
definitely.
is a there is a recipe on Pinterest. It's so buried now. I don't know if I'll ever see it again. Hopefully, I will. It is a chicken's chicken basically stuffed with I forgot exactly what, and then wrapped in a bacon. And it's like a log. We call it the bacon log. So it's like a foot and a half to 2 foot long, and like
Oh,
a
I've seen
foot,
that. I've seen that.
foot round or something like that. Those those are fucking delicious. I gotta see if I can find that recipe on Pinterest again because it is fucking.
Pinterest is a weird place. Like, there's a
Oh
lot of good
yes,
stuff there, but
I have found equal until they crack down on it. I found equal parts amazing recipes to porn on that site, and then they
yeah,
cracked down on the porn. Now it's just hot chicks in bikinis usually.
yeah, or fat chicks in bikinis, which is not good.
No,
I report them for harassment.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Because that is literally what it is.
Yep.
They're harassing our sensibilities. Everybody knows that's not okay. Um, I mean, it's one thing if you're big, but shoving it in people's faces like that, making them, accept it as like perfectly fine is not okay.
Well, especially since I tried setting up my Pinterest for like starship art,
Mm.
and it quickly gets subsumed with like fucking fat chicks or sometimes not fat chicks recipes. It's like this is not what I asked you for. I asked you for spaceships and the
Mhm.
occasional castle.
yeah.
On what is it? Night Cafe. There's one particular, I don't know what you call him, person on there. I don't want to call him an artist, but the starships that he comes up with are freaking top notch. Uh, it was literally like the first guy I, got subscribed to, but follow, I guess, and I hate that word too. So I'm not following them. I'm just liking their work, but
Yeah, well, it's so they know who to send you, right? Like I'd like to follow this person's work.
yeah.
It's
Plus, I get extra coins if I follow 10 people a day. I get like 5 or 10, between 2 and 5 coins a day, which is enough to do four to.
do they remove it if you unfollow people?
I don't know.
Because
I've never done that. I don't know why I would ever do that. Uh, there's people there. I'm
That
following
would
them.
be for Shadow. That would be for the scam. Follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow, and just build up a bunch of coins.
yeah,
Yeah, well, you only get credit for 10 people a day, so that's what I do is 10 people, and uh,
well, like I could see following someone even though you didn't like their work So you'd unfollow them shortly after, so you're not subsumed with the content they're producing.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. You don't get
Oh,
hit with that. And I just hit 100 followers last night, which gave me 20 coins. But I'm getting kind of irritated because like some of the images that I want to create, like last night I spent, you know, like 20 coins trying to get one or two images that were usable because the prompts weren't being, half ignored. I want to say, and
yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to deal with that.
so what
That
I
that's
would
why
have to do.
uh,
Go ahead.
that's why rewording, not necessarily rewording like completely changing it, but adding a comma or removing a comma or
Mhm.
adding the or removing the can uh, affect what the algorithm will show you.
Well, what I found also is I have to go and delete the images that they've already created, so they're not using those
as reference
as like,
As
points.
a base
yeah,
of, yeah,
and it does give you like a better prompt after you type one in. It says we could try this. This might be better because it adds a lot of the technical terms, and I can
yeah,
go with that new prompt and go okay, what and edit that. Take words out, add words here and there.
Yeah,
But it was annoying last night was the like the record number of images I had to generate before I got something, that was. But I'm up to almost 300 credits that I've saved because I told myself I'm only going to spend so many so I can build up like a reservoir of credits so that when I actually need them I have them. And I started out by just doing 10, then 25 and 50, and I got to 100. Now I'm at 300, I think, extra credits so that if I really want to do like art for one of my side projects or something, I don't have to pay, you pay actual
yeah.
cash. Although it's tempting because there are some perks, but I'm like, you know what?
yeah,
I've already created 1,000 images in 4 weeks.
yeah. The sad thing is, Amazon doesn't consider it original art if it's like it's public domain art, AI, but it's not original art if
Mhm.
it's publicly accessible. So you need to have the lock behind a private tier for the stuff you've generated. If you want to use it and count it as original to the platform, which
I
is
can always go. I can always go back in and unpublish my work if I want to do that because they'll never know.
I don't know because their algorithms are pretty good at that, from what I understand. It's not really an issue for anything we're doing here. Like if you wanted to put it as a book cover or whatever, it's only an issue if you're using the art angle for publishing public domain stuff. I think because you can do that on Amazon. You can take a manuscript that's in the public domain. That's the technical term for what you've written, a manuscript, or what has been written, and publish it on Amazon. But they ask for one of three things to be done. So it has to be an original translation or 10 original images added to it. They don't care if they're AI generated or not. They just have to not be available anywhere else at the time you published. So if they're available after that, it doesn't matter. And you have to have like 10% annotations or something like that. So, like, this is what I think this meant
Mhm.
when the writer wrote that, or whatever, which is like something you can do. Um, I watch a guy that does a YouTube channel all about like writing with AI and stuff like that, and he he's been taking like some obscure Arthurian legend stuff, like the
Mhm.
French stuff that's either not been published in English or has only been done so in like academic works. So there's like $400 for a single book, uh, and he's been doing that and releasing like contemporary language versions. So I have like the original passage, then it rewritten in contemporary English, uh, and then putting those out. So you know,
$400 for a book, though. That's pretty steep.
Yeah, well, academics, they have no sense of economy, right? And I don't know if you've ever tried buying a textbook, let alone an
Yeah.
academic
When
translation.
I was in college, yeah, and they were pretty spendy back then. But you
They're
know,
pretty worse now.
I once accidentally bought the college course for the teacher of beekeeping. Beekeeping.
Yeah.
I know it's for the teacher because it had all the answers.
No. If you're buying it yourself, it'll have the answers.
Really, I didn't know that. I figured you would. It was like normal school books.
For
Where,
something like
it doesn't
beekeeping,
have the
no.
answer. All I know is that it says on one of the pages, basically, this is for a college course or something like that. Maybe not those
Yeah.
exact words, but
Yeah. Usually they do at the back.
something like that. I mean, there is a hazard if you do something wrong. So
The hive dies off.
or they
Buy
oh,
it.
I
attack
had
you.
hives die off 2 years in a row. I haven't gotten back yet because
Yeah.
it was just
Oh, that
hard.
sucks, dude.
Yeah, you buy a new queen. Yeah, they attack you. That's a risk you take. And fuck, what's the name of the beekeeping? What's the name for it? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, fortunately, I was never attacked. There was
I
always
don't
the
care.
random sting, but
Yeah, you can get a swarm if you fuck with the queen too much.
oh yeah. Well, I never fucked with the queen. I looked out very
Hey,
closely to make sure
we
she
got a
looked healthy.
question. Raven and I were talking about bees the other day. I think it was
Yeah,
Raven and I. What is honey?
honey, it is the
It is
digested
the refined.
excrement
No, it's not that.
from.
Nope, you're wrong.
No, it isn't. It
It
isn't
is not.
digested. I thought it was the pollen
No,
broken down and then.
pollen is brought in. It's very much of water form when it brought in. Bees
Mhm.
actually have a honey pouch or a nectar pouch where they keep the nectar when they've collected it. It does not go into their stomach. It goes into a separate pouch. They do
Okay,
regurgitate it, but they then basically refine it or dry it out,
close
taking
enough.
out all the water, which then
Yeah,
refines it into honey.
yeah.
There admittedly is a chemical in the pouch that does not digest. It just makes it dry out
Uh,
faster, basically.
Yeah, and then they inject that in around the egg sac for cushioning and food.
Well, actually,
And
honey is
that's
for an adult bee.
So it's not pee or poop.
Larvae are
That's all I
fed
wanted to
royal
know.
jelly.
no.
No, larvae are fed pollen. Royal jelly is given to the queens and the future queens.
But it's inside the combs.
Yes.
It's injected in there as like a cushioning. Um that's why when vegans tell you that it's bad to eat honey, they're retarded. They're super extra retarded because if you don't gather honey, the cones get smaller with every generation because the wax cocoon or sac or whatever it's called expands and layers around the walls of the comb.
Okay, so
Uh,
then what's the honeycomb made out of?
the comb is like
Is
made out
bees?
of.
It's basically fat.
Yeah, and then the like the honeycomb wax that you get from peeling out of that is the part I'm talking about. But every generation of new bees born makes the place where the egg can go smaller. So after
Yes.
about 4 or 5 generations, they become stunted, and it kills off the hive. So if you don't pull out the honey, which pulls out the wax at the same time, uh, you're literally stunting the growth of the hive.
Well,
That's
Justin's
why
partially right. Bees
synthetic
never
hives are healthier.
bees never put honey where like store honey where they do brood, but they do put honey with brood and things like that. And if you don't take care of the brood section every once in a while, that will build up, and this hive will have a problem.
That's why.
What bees normally do, like this is part of the reason why you put honey on top of the hive. What they normally do is start at the lowest part of wherever they were and slowly go up as things get filled up. As the comb gets unusable for bearing more bees, they just take over what was used for honey for brood and just slowly go up that way.
Yeah.
That's where we take advantage of putting honeycomb on top of the beehives, so they just naturally want to go up.
Yeah. That's why the compartment for the queen is at the bottom of the boxes.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. But yeah, the synthetic hives are healthier than natural ones because of the fact that people are emptying them of the waste material. Like a lot what we're using is waste material from the hive. We're basically putting on the old garbage man's uniform and going in there and picking up their trash.
And and anybody who says that collecting the honey is bad, as long as a good healthy hive has two racks of 10, anything they make above that is more than what they'll need for most winters.
Mm-hmm.
So at which point you're preventing the bees from actually over honeying themselves, because if the bees don't get lazy, but if they get too much honey in their hives, honey doesn't go stale, but it crystallizes, and once it crystallizes, it's actually useless for the bees. It has to be in liquid form.
Yeah, they can't work with it.
And actual honey itself literally lasts forever. So people telling you not to do that are fucking part of a huge problem.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
And anybody, you know.
Well, you also do have to be careful with modern honey, because there's a lot of fake honey and honey additives that once it gets to a certain point, you don't want to eat it anymore because it is actually no longer good.
No, we get all
honey.
Get all ours from Mexico, and I kid you not, there's honey in my cupboard that's 5 to 10 years old, and it's still freaking.
Yeah.
If it's pure real honey, it'll be good for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Yeah, they found some in the pyramids. It was still good. So yeah. I mean, and you know, what I need next is to find a source of maple syrup, like pure maple syrup.
Oh yeah,
that's just expensive, man. It's a lot more time consuming to produce than honey is.
I know,
and you need a lot more acreage. Like you can't just put a box in your backyard like you can with.
No, I just want to buy it already, you know, grained. I don't want to, you know, put up a maple tree here.
No.
Well, you wouldn't be able.
So much.
No, yeah, you couldn't just like expect one maple tree. You need like 30 of them. Yeah, we used to do the maple farm tours every year when I was in grade school. It was one of the things we do. You know, like the annual
field trip.
Yeah, we do them every year.
That's cool.
Maple farms. Yeah, but yeah, it's just put the tap in. It's one of those things. Well, once you set it up and you got enough trees, you can, you just gotta go around and pick the bucket up. You just gotta go inspect it periodically, make sure everything's still good.
And that depends. And some I don't know how risky it is. They claim it's not. I'm like, Some will actually use a motorized vacuum to suck sap out of the tree.
I've never seen that, but I've seen instead of the bucket, it's got a pipe or a tube.
Yeah. The one I watched, the lady sounded American, so I can't say this was actually in Canada.
Yeah. Vermont American or.
Oh, that part I couldn't tell you. She just didn't sound. Mind you, Canadians sound more American than I would expect, but she didn't sound. She didn't sound to me like she had an accent other than an American accent.
Yeah, because usually, like that's the heavy maple production in the U.S. is Vermont. You know,
Yeah, I cracked open a bottle of real maple syrup because it's so expensive. I only get it, and use it for certain recipes. Otherwise, we'll buy the cheap shit. And
yeah. You're getting half and half, like the half corn syrup crap and half real maple syrup is it's fine. You won't be
yeah,
able to
yeah,
tell the
but
difference.
the difference was so night and day. What I
Compared to like
because
the
I actually ran out of the crap stuff, and I'm like, well, it's close to the holidays. I'll crack this bottle, and we both went just like, oh my god, this is so much better.
yeah.
I only found it once. I'm trying to find it again, but I don't know why nobody wrote it down. I thought somebody did. A recipe for eggnog syrup.
Eggnog syrup. Okay,
Yes.
so eggnog on a low heat mixed with sugar, probably until it thickens. You might want to add some vanilla.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about getting some eggnog this year. I think
I
it's
love
been,
eggnog, man.
I,
Eggnog
I
is the
drink it like
best.
once every 5 to 10 years, and then I'm like,
And then
oh
there's
yeah, now I remember why I don't drink this that often. It,
yeah, it's
Well,
super
it
I usually
thick,
really,
get the
super
one
rich.
quart and then drink it like all.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
I'm not
like,
doing that.
like
No,
it's so good and sweet in the moment, and then like afterward, it's like my
you're like, oh, my
stomach.
stomach. Feel like I'm having
Well,
a
it's
baby.
also I drank like an entire liter of the stuff in a sitting.
Oh, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, because a human can only drink like can't actually drink an entire gallon of milk at one
yeah.
sitting. Because then you actually explode. I think is what happens. I don't know.
Uh,
But Jackie's
Well,
never tried it, and he's at that point in life where he's actually starting to try new things. His mom was worried. Oh, he never eats vegetables. Blah, blah, he's gonna grow up and shut the fuck up. He'll get to it. He's
yeah.
not. I mean,
besides,
you
we
know,
don't need vegetables nearly as much as fucking medical claims.
yeah,
10 million
yeah, and it takes
Americans
a
eat both
vitamin
of
every
his
day.
meat.
So he's getting all the things he needs except maybe the fiber and you know
If he's
he's not.
pooping, he doesn't need it.
Right, right. But she's a freaking hypochondriac and worry wart about every little fucking stupid thing. It's so I will get a pint or whatever it is of eggnog and you know
Yeah, what you need to do is make him be a man and put a little something extra into the cup like you're supposed to.
no, he actually took a drink of wine last night, his first drink.
Nah, not wine.
Well, it was
You
at the
know,
table, so his mom.
you need to get yourself a nice bottle of like cognac or scotch, or whatever the fuck you mix with eggnog.
Thought it was
I don't know.
brandy,
Brandy,
There's some
brandy's
really good.
fine. I don't care. I don't
just
drink
not
this stuff.
tequila.
Yeah, yeah. In eggnog, it'll probably taste okay.
Yeah, I've pounded down more than my fair share of tequila in the past.
Yeah. We know you eat the worm, just not the tequila bottle worm.
Shut the fuck up! That's so nasty. Uh, this coming July, it'll be like, yeah, wow.
This coming July, it'll be like 14 years since you started making gay porn.
No, no gay porn. I don't know. Does lesbian porn count as gay porn?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. It's funny how that works.
This counts as normal porn.
Well, if you ask
That's
Bubba, that'd be degenerate porn.
you
Yeah,
know
Even
yeah.
what?
more porn.
All porn's degenerate, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
You
no,
don't
I'm
need to
saying
ask
even
Bubba.
for porn, that'd be even more degenerate according to him.
No.
The way Bubba talks, I actually question: does he think lesbian porn is more degenerate than gay porn?
No.
Because
No.
the one time we brought that up, he acted pretty nasty about lesbian porn.
I don't know. I don't recall that. Yeah,
Well,
have to
since
send
I'm
me the
going to be
clip.
creating some next month apparently. Um, just wanted to
Yeah, yeah.
get the rules down. I don't know.
Over 18, no animals, no necrophilia, no incest, no violently against their will or against their will. No,
Well, even if it's just at the beginning.
yeah.
Oh man, there goes my whole story.
You can work around it.
I know. I'm just fucking joking. Um,
Okay, I gotta go to the washroom. I'll be right back.
that's
If
a
I can
weird
get
term,
into the washroom.
isn't it?
What?
TCG, isn't that a weird term to your ears? Washroom. I haven't heard that term in years. Let's put it that way.
Sorry, I was
Restroom,
getting a delivery of
bathroom.
food. Washroom. Last time I heard it was from my grandmother, and she only said it rarely.
Yeah, it's the restroom, the shitter, the
Yeah.
bathroom, the head, the John. Why we have so many words for something? The turlet. That's probably my favorite from Archie Bunker, the turlet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the only person who ever pronounced it that way.
Probably.
It's like my bladder has a fucking little thing on it that says someone's in there. You gotta go now.
I'm sorry, dude. That's funny.
Oh,
Water closet. I was thinking that one too. I actually had to ask my parents because I was reading a Mad magazine and it was like superhero, lighter side of superheroes or something like that. And the door said WC, and I'm like, what the hell is that? The loo, yeah, that's for gay people. Come on, Raven.
um, water closet, washroom, bathroom. They all have slightly different meanings. Uh, like they denote what actual facilities are in the room. Like I don't think there's a tub or a shower in a water closet. It's just a toilet and a sink.
Mhm. That makes sense. I would hate to
Uh,
go to a public restroom and find a shower there. Although in Los Angeles they have them, it's called the pay toilet. That you go in, you use it, and when you leave, it sterilizes the entire room.
well, you guys got the showers on the beach.
Yeah, but they're not near the restrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. In Los Angeles, they've got these buildings where
you can buy them. They're like $20,000.
where we're not talking about Fauci here. Come on. Um, where you put the
No,
quarter in, the door opens. There's no actual toilet seat.
oh,
Everything is made out of stainless steel, and it's wet when you get in there.
you should not be so hard on Fauci. Bathhouse is Lindsey Graham and his ladybugs.
There was somebody else I heard that reference to, but yeah,
What?
um,
Ladybugs?
no bathhouse.
Bathhouse. That's definitely Lindsey Graham.
Just the whole concept just seems, from
Well,
the get go, really gay. Just saying.
well, back in Rome when it was like the method of getting hygiene, right? It was like
I get it, but at the
but
same time, it's like
after indoor plumbing, it's gay.
it's gay.
Unless unless it's a sauna, right? Like, okay, I understand. Like, you go to a sauna. But
Yeah, kind of, but they should be co-ed from the get go, not segregated.
no, well, I can see why they'd be segregated.
Yeah, kind of, but if there's uh, if they were, you'd only get certain kind of people going there.
Yeah. If they weren't, you'd only get
The other kind of people.
me going there if they were segregated, and then having to leave right away because the kind of women that showed up would be twice the size of Oprah.
Yeah, because if it's nothing but dudes, it's going to be either really fat dudes or really gay dudes or both.
Yeah. Well,
You're not going to get a lot of straight dudes into a bathhouse. Just saying, they're too busy,
it,
working
well,
and
that's
just not lounging around all day.
what the fuck are
eh,
you talking about? I'm straight and I lounge around all day.
around a bunch of other naked dudes.
No.
Okay, even if they're just wearing a towel, that's too close to being naked for me.
Yeah. I can see like shorts though, swim shorts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if you're like, there used to be a culture of like men's clubs, or you'd have the sauna room, you know,
yeah. There's actually a really I don't. I want to say underground, but don't want to say underground because it has that connotation. But it's not what you think. A friend of mine was telling me about where it's pretty much just a freaking uh, smorgasbord of all the meats you could possibly want. It's like the closest thing to Valhalla you can imagine.
for what now?
It's a men's club. It's very very secret. Um, but it's all it is. It's just freaking going in there eating, your
Oh, okay.
beef and pork and whatever other animal they chop up and smoking cigars and getting hammered. No, 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 no. No. As much as I advocate that everybody's a racist, I'm really not.
Coward.
No, no. Well, okay. Let me clarify. I could be all kinds of racist against other men. That's it.
Weird. Which is odd because you have
Gay
like
porn, yeah, 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 yeah,
you have 400
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Gay
issues in
porn,
like
yeah.
fucking miscegenation butt pirates 11.
We're only
Oh,
like an hour into the show, and you've already hit your quota. Just saying.
hey man, I gotta work on a interracial gay porn. Let's just call it the Milo, the Milo Festival. Milo Yiannopoulos, who's into the men of a swarthier than Kanye variety. Is TCG even still there?
It's hard to tell.
Well,
I
in
was
that
starting to put down
case,
my lunch/breakfast.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm getting a little peckish
Amazon bought me a pizza today.
Lucky you.
because you made money.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah, $23 over the last month. Yeah, the Asians still got a big culture of like public baths, but they're usually
Well, yeah,
hot springs, right?
you're not even allowed to enter a public bath while dirty. You are expected to go to one of the showers and shower up before you enter the public bath.
Yeah, because they're communal.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just take a quick shower.
our local swimming pool is the same policy.
Yeah, almost all swimming pools
I
have
mean, you
that
could literally
policy.
come in there, right out of your home shower, which is it's like 2 blocks away, and they're like,
Yeah, they just don't want you like tracking muck into the pool because it means
funking up the
more.
water. Yeah,
Yeah, it means there's more crap that has to be cleaned out, right? And they
Yeah,
already
it's
got
like
enough They already got enough kids peeing in the fucking thing.
right, right.
yeah, it's like
Well, and
one
me,
time when I was at it's called
and me. Just making that clear, and me.
Which is funny. We haven't actually been to that
TCG. Go.
like pre-COVID.
when I was a kid, can't remember exactly what age, maybe a teenager. We went to a theme park with a water area. Well, they had a lazy river. Okay, I was on the lazy river. Okay, about I come back later on the lazy to play do the lazy river again. It's been closed down because someone went to their exact words, went potty in the pool. Now, mind you, first I thought it was me because I couldn't hold it when I was in the lazy river, so I had to pee. And someone told me later they would not close down an entire thing over pee. Somebody pooped. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't detect the piss, man. That's what the chlorine's there for.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I absolutely love the lazy river we've got at our local water park. I can spend the entire day there,
yeah,
except
you just
you know every once in a while I'll wake up. Oh, time to have a cigarette. Got to leave the park.
the
Um,
whole park. They don't have like a smoking area. Not that bones. They should have a little closed off smoking
mhm.
I'm
closet.
not a smoker, and even I always hated we don't even have smoking areas anymore. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
No, and I am
understand it like in restaurants and shit where it's like a big fucking expense to build them,
you
but
know that's one thing I loved about Arizona. Last time I was there, I went to this restaurant, the Green Roof or something. Everything there ended up being like In and Out because that's what I ordered with burger and fries. And I could literally smoke at the table. There was no smoking section, and it was fucking awesome.
yeah.
Uh,
Let me
it's
rephrase
like
what I just said. I'm. It's not that I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke in public, oddly enough. When I'm out and about, I don't have any urge to smoke tobacco.
that's you didn't need to make that clarification, bro.
he could have been talking about weed. You never know.
Yeah. The the fact that they made like at least here, and I know a lot of places down there did too. They made them put in those smoking sections in all those restaurants. It was, you know what I mean? They build those glass walls or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then like a year and a half later, it's like, no, we're getting rid of that too. No smoking whatsoever. It's like we just spent like half our year's income putting up that stupid glass wall over there.
Mm-hmm. My favorite bar back in the day had an outdoor patio for two of them actually had outdoor smoking areas, and I kid you not, um, I'd go to the bar and I'm like, where is everybody? You know, it was like the bar is empty practically. There'd be like 12 people maybe. And you go out to the smoking area and that's where everybody is. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, duh,
Yep.
doesn't it make sense? You know, even when I didn't smoke, like prior to starting actually smoking, if I drank, I'd buy a pack of cigarettes. You know, be like, okay, I don't know why, but I want a cigarette. You know, it's like they put something in the beer or something.
Well, it's a framework, like you're used to doing one after the other.
Well, no, because I mean, it was prior. It was before I was 18, so I
Mm.
couldn't, buy a pack of cigarettes every day. It would be like a special thing, just like getting drunk when I shouldn't be getting drunk. It'd be like, oh, hey, give me a pack of cigarettes too, and then I would go the rest of the week or month or whatever, and not doing either. But then it's like, hey, we're pitching in, we're getting some beer. All right, give me a pack of cigarettes.
I honestly
Mm.
question the severity of brain damage they proclaim happens when youth drink. I mean, I could see before, like really, really young,
It's
but teenage
temporary.
years,
It's temporary. Um, if you don't get blitzed out drunk, the damage it does is regenerated within hours, but
uh,
you tend to do stupid things, which leads to more severe injury. And if you get like hooked on alcohol and not
yeah,
phonics,
I don't know.
now cigarettes on the other hand, one cigarette permanently alters your brain chemistry.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, there's a thing about the chemical it produces is the equivalent of being on a roller coaster or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
that doesn't explain me. I
yeah.
can. Well, then again, I don't.
It doesn't affect everyone, man, but
Yeah.
99.9% of people they get smoking that shit and it becomes like obviously you can do it once, but you know once in a while. But
Yeah.
if you get into the
Yeah.
like you buy a pack of
I
cigarettes and you smoke that whole pack in a week, you're a shadow.
Shit, I smoke a
yeah.
pack and a half a
Yeah.
day. What are you talking about?
Yeah. but
Okay.
there's so much in that one pack that it creates
But then
a
again,
habit
I don't
forming.
smoke. I smoke pipe tobacco, so it might be different because
No,
it's
it's in the tobacco itself. It's not the chemicals they trace
yeah.
over.
Because I definitely noticed the difference from buying packs to rolling my own. Huge difference in the adverse effects. Let's say because there's none of the chemicals or whatever is in it. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, I literally, find the twigs and the branches,
Hmm.
stems, whatever you call them. So I know it's just they just chop it and throw it in a bag. Those
Yeah,
things, chop it up, soak it in the shit, turn it into paper thin. Literally like tobacco paper. Then re-chop it again and stuff it in the cigarette.
yeah.
Well, they've actually
Actually,
proven that cigarette tobacco ends up getting treated in ways that pipe and cigar tobacco doesn't. Sorry, I had
yeah,
a
yeah,
slight break.
absolutely.
Google there.
Yeah, I was wondering about the roller
Raven,
coaster.
you can look this up. Yeah, it's the same effect of riding a roller coaster. The
Like
can't remember
adrenaline and
the
stuff.
adrenaline that is produced in your brain from doing that is the same thing without the whole like fear response or anything like that. So
Huh.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is like fucked up.
Which is weird because I always like
That
any
that's
kind of
that relaxing release feeling, that
yeah.
contentment that
I
you
thought it
get.
was just
Like
kind of it would be kind of like the opposite of like almost like getting a massage or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, but that's what that chemical does. One of the side effects is it keeps you calm in the moment, or as best as you can be. Uh,
Yeah, because I'm not very calm on a roller coaster.
Most people aren't, but it's because there's a lot more going
You
on than just the
say.
one thing.
Raven's life is already a roller coaster, so maybe
Yeah,
the smoking,
it's
is what
balancing shit out.
is what's keeping her still alive.
Well, it could also be keeping her from getting things fixed in her life. It could be the thing holding you back biochemically in the brain.
Now she doesn't actually smoke as much as most people I know who smoke. She can go like hours without one. I'm like hours, shit.
Hours.
I know.
That's sad. If there's anything in your life you can't do without going hours not doing it, except for breathing. It's
Well, no, I can
understandable
Or
sleep.
there.
sitting.
I can sleep.
Well, you still breathe in your sleep, bro. Never, ever.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
the
don't know.
thrill, Raven. It's the same release of endorphins.
Yeah, because
It's
I wouldn't use the
endorphins.
word thrill with roller coasters. Some of them, yeah, but a lot of them, it's just like, all right, do I still have my balls intact? Okay, I'm going to get on the roller coaster. All right, I'm getting ready to be terrified beyond anything I can imagine, other than actual violence. All right, let's see what's going to
Nope.
happen.
Mhm.
And
No,
then okay,
I can
I'm
actually
still
handle
alive.
being in the middle of a life threatening fight better than I can handle a roller coaster.
Man, you guys are pussies. I just close my eyes really hard and say, "Let me off now, let me off now, let me off now, let me off now," until it's done.
No, that would be me.
I've been
That would
on
totally
one
be
ride
me.
where I did that, but I was really young. It was the thing that it's got like the bar and the two cabins, and they freaking roll. Oh man, that
Oh,
scared the living shit out of me. But I was like 9, But I've been on some roller coasters where,
it's odd. The younger I was, the better I was at them. The older I've gotten, the more fucking nerve wracking they've been.
like I've never been on Colossus. The higher they are, but I've been on the Cyclone, which is
Oh
freaking
god. The
just insane. But the roller coasters, I forget what it used. When I went on it, it was either called the Ninja or the Batman or the Riddler or something. It's the suspended one that goes through the trees and shit.
Okay, I don't.
Oh my god, that was one of the funnest things I've ever done in my life.
Where's that at?
It was a Magic Mountain.
Ma-
It's the
Magic
exact
Mountain
same feel.
in
yeah, the,
Florida's Disney World.
It's the exact same feeling you would get if you were
Or
on a speeder bike in Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. They're going through the trees and shit all fast and banking left and right and shit. Oh
Yeah.
man, I just wanted to get back on that ride.
I
Again,
liked that.
Hey.
At Space Mountain in Florida.
Space Mountain rocks.
Yeah, the one in Florida. When I went, 99, 2000, before 9/11, just before, like not too long.
Did it have the giant chocolate chip cookie?
Uh, no, it was Buzz Lightyear themed.
Oh, okay, that sounds kind of gay.
No, Buzz
Hey,
Lightyear
I
is
like
awesome.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Buzz Lightyear is actually
Okay.
supposed to be a very manly character.
yeah.
until
So
recently.
yeah, until recently. Very recently, but the car was like a 4-seater, right? And I had mine to myself, but it was it had a laser tag component, so it would go, and then you'd have to shoot at things on your way.
Oh, okay. I was on a ride like that once. I forget what it was. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What the hell ride was that? I don't know. Well,
When I was-
our Space Mountain here in California, as soon as you leave the bay, you go up this hill, and there's this like it's supposed to be like an asteroid, but
Mhm.
you know one of the first things you see, but it just looks like a big chocolate chip cookie. You know, just sitting there,
Okay.
sort of spinning. It's like, hey, it's a giant chocolate chip cookie. You know, and then you go do your thing. You know, and it's a great freaking ride. But I got to admit, I
Mhm.
think my favorite is still Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I liked Pirates of the Caribbean. I went on it twice.
It's chill, and then it scares you. Then it's chill, then it scares you. You know,
During the same
They
trip.
took aspects of that ride out recently,
Yeah, they were too racist.
or racy,
yeah,
like
where
the one where the pirate's chasing the woman. They took that
Oh.
out, and the one where the woman's chasing the pirate. They also took that out.
Okay, I don't remember that. Well, I
well, because it was too
look it up.
straight, is what it was. You know, I mean, let's face it. You know, 6 months on a leaky boat. You know, and no women. Just saying.
I saw
Yeah.
that Flash gets Swan Jorgensen. You're the mermaid now. It's like a Dutch sailing crew, and they're like, "I saw a mermaid! I saw a mermaid!" They go chasing it because they want to get some, and then the cabin boy misses it, and so they turn to him and say, "You're the mermaid now." Very suggestive that the poor boy is going to get.
Sodomized.
Yeah, I was going to use euphemistic terms, but
Just call it what it is. We need to bring that word back so
but
people don't say,
pirated.
you know,
Yeah. If you have not watched Flash Gets out there, Raven, we'll send you a link. Uh, let me. Raven, get your hair done. I want you on the show in a minute.
So you can be on for the last 5 seconds.
Yeah. I gotta find Flash Gets.
We've got another half hour. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, I'm just referring to how long it'll take her to get here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Army
Yes.
Painter makes a really, really expensive. Like when I mean really expensive, I mean expensive for clippers. $30.
Yeah.
Not
Get yourself
worth
God
it.
hands.
Flash
I had
Gets.
to.
It's a
Yeah.
G, not a K.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll send you the video. I just gotta find
I
it.
actually had to alter this sucker. It was dull. It was thick. So I went through with my Dremel and I sanded this sucker down until it was sharp and it was thin.
Yeah.
Still a crappy
$30 for a pair of clippers. I can get like 4 or 5 pair of decent clippers elsewhere.
Yeah. Get yourself God hands. God hands.
When I bought these, that's basically what I thought I was buying. Okay, not
Okay.
that I was stupid enough to think these were God hands. No, I figured, $30. They're probably the equivalent of God hands. I mean, I trust Army Painter. I like their paints. I like their brushes.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't like their clippers at all.
Oh God. Where's the video?
I got a
I'll
pair of
find it.
clippers from Walmart.
like
Yeah.
whatever that new that brand, that cheap brand, kind of like Milwaukee, got the red and white logo. And
Yeah.
I bought 2 pair, and within a month or two, you know how sometimes clippers have that wire in the middle, kind of
Yeah.
like a what do you
The
call
shit
it?
pops out. The spring.
Yeah, spring, kind of like clothespins, and that wire breaks within a month. And you know what? I can still freaking clip whatever the hell I want with them. I'm only clipping plastic, and they're meant to clip, wire and shit like that, and I still have both pair. I'm like, you know what? I don't need that damn spring. I can just, open it myself.
Yeah, I have a pair like that. You can usually like get a spring and put it in there.
They were $5.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like that spring isn't hard to replace. Fuck, where is it?
But I find that I actually end up using. I got a pair of toenail clippers. I bought them just for this purpose because the angle, they make another kind of clippers that have that different angle where it
Yeah.
bites like this. But because it's curved, for your toenail or whatever, I find that it's great for like when you make the first clip, get it off the sprue, and then I go at it with the toenail clippers, and I can go right along like the shoulder or whatever without taking off anything but the leftover tiny little bit of sprue.
Oh.
One of the most used tools I have when I'm assembling something is a freaking pair of toenail clippers.
I've been looking. I've been
I
thinking about
use it
getting a pair
just
of
as
those. I just
much
keep
as the
forgetting.
actual clippers.
Hmm. That's interesting. Never thought about toenail clippers that way before.
I'm telling you, go to your local dollar store and you'll
Yeah.
you'll use them like all the freaking time. Like every clip with your regular clippers, and then you come back at it with the other one. And believe it or not, it actually does create like kind of like a straight cut or a curved cut depending on what you need.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll look into that.
For a buck, you can probably get the fingernail clippers, the toenail clippers, and a file or whatever, for the buck and a half, whatever it's going to cost you for the little set. It's funny too because like every Christmas, someone in Jackie's family gets me one of those. Last year, I kid you not, I got a coffee cup, right, with
Yeah.
with a set of those things as part of the thing. You know what I mean? It was they were like safety tied together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do
No.
these go together? I mean, I could understand if it came with a shaving brush, to mix up your own shaving cream. I could see that. Okay, you need
Or even like a toothbrush because some people use the mug in the bathroom for
right, right.
their rinsing cup or
Or
whatever.
even a model of paintbrush, since some people use mugs for modeling.
Yeah.
Or
It
paintbrush, I should
was
say.
just the weirdest combo. Like, so I could have my cup of coffee while I'm, I guess I don't know.
I can't find the video I'm thinking of. Maybe it got
Which is funny because I
fucking
haven't
deleted.
used the cup for anything other than mixing eggs in like 10 years because I don't drink
Oh,
coffee anymore.
I like taking like you're talking scrambled eggs. I like taking uh fucking like a Tupperware container, like they got the ones with the screw on lids.
Mhm.
I get that, and I put the eggs in there with some milk and whatever spice or whatever. Screw that on and I shake it. I just shake it. Oh, there it is.
For me, I like using the coffee cup and a fork because I'm usually only eating one egg, so I want as much of that egg. I don't want it all stuck to the side or anything. So I carefully, mix it and then pour it into my pan like I did this morning. I don't
I
use.
just I'm gonna go to the bathroom again.
Good
I'm gonna
luck.
try this time.
Good luck.
I put the video in the chat. When I get back, we'll watch it.
Okay, okay. Oh, I have to fix a mistake. Oh, that's gonna be fun to clean up with paint.
So how's your craft project going along?
The what the hell is that supposed to say? The truck I'm still a little frustrated with. I'll probably work on that later today. But I also am working on a tank, the one from Dungeons and Lasers.
Oh, the
Or not
Wolverine.
Lasers, yeah, Wolverine.
That's a beautiful fucking kit. Just remember, if you're gonna paint the insides, paint them before you put the top on, or you won't be able to reach.
I already did.
Oop. Well,
No, I mean I already painted.
oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I made that mistake because I only built one of them, and I assembled the whole thing after, and then primered it, and I realized, oh, how am I going to paint the chairs and the boxes and stuff that's inside it, and why they did the like the pilot compartment of it, if you will, why there's anything even in there because there's no way to see in it. Did you notice that?
Oh, there's a way to see in there. You just don't attach the tank top. Plus, if you don't glue it down, it can go through a full 360. It even says so in the instructions. It goes a full 360 if you don't glue it down.
No, I mean, because it's like separate. Like there's a door to get into the pilot compartment, and then you put everything together, and there's no way to really see in there.
Yeah, until you do this. Unless you glue this piece down. Then you can
no,
look
I didn't glue.
here.
Oh, yeah, but
I know it's not the same, but still,
yeah, it's not like a playable.
I didn't actually realize. Yeah, I didn't actually realize that this piece doesn't get glued down until I got like 3/4 of the way through this. When I painted this inside piece, I'm like, I'm painting this under the knowledge no one is ever going to see it.
The back hatch doesn't open.
The back hatch opens,
but there's a wall separating this piece here to this little bit here.
Yeah, where you drive from,
So you don't actually see from about this part, from about here forward. You can't see from back here.
But yet it's all done up, I suppose if you never assemble the roof, I guess, but it's not even big enough.
I guess it could be for people that want to like cut them in half and use them as like. There are those weirdos that do that.
Like make it a blown up tank or something.
Yeah,
I could see that. Or, yeah, that's literally I can't think of anything else. And it's such a small interior, you don't really need it like a playable interior like a starship or a boat or a train. It's just like, you don't even put the Marines or whatever inside the passenger part, because
they won't
you put them off the side of the table and then they're disembarking, then you put them around,
yeah. So Raven, if you're capable, hop in. I want you to watch this video live if you haven't already watched it. I don't know. Or do you guys just want to watch it if she doesn't answer?
We'll give her a minute to at least respond.
Yeah.
If she doesn't respond in, a minute, then she probably can't.
Well, I assembled this tank wrong.
Yeah. That's going to happen.
Look a little closer to reality. Oh, I forgot. Oh,
yeah.
Make it a little closer to reality. I mounted the chains so they had a little more give to them. Apparently, I'm supposed to make them look ultra tight.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what, Raven? Okay, you'll be here, or okay to play the video without you?
Hopefully.
Yeah. No. If she's gonna watch it, she'll watch it on her end, and you can all. I guess I could pop it up. I could pop it up.
Okay. Well, this tank is just never going to be used in the night. I cannot attach the headlights without making them look ridiculous. Because I assembled it wrong.
Yeah, just move them somewhere else.
Well, if I were to...
Fucking headlights. Okay, so what are we talking about while we're waiting for Raven?
Last thing I was talking about was the tank, but I don't think that's going to be interesting for everyone.
Anybody got any holiday plans for next month?
Next month? What's next month?
Thanksgiving.
American Thanksgiving.
Yeah. No, we did that already. You got any plans? You gonna go thank the giving?
I don't know. I think there's a good chance that the family will be going away, and it'll just be me all by my lonesome here.
So you're gonna get some writing done. That's good for you. You can write. You can write all the most graphic sex scenes you want.
Oh shit! You guys and Raven are the only ones, and Grim and the guys over at Biggest Geekus and Mac are the only ones who've read my writing. Jackie, he read like the first 10 pages. His mom is like, nah, I don't care. And you know, he's already started another book by the guy who wrote The Road and Blood Meridian, and can't be bothered to spend 10 minutes to finish the first story I wrote.
Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at this.
Flash kids.
This is enjoyable
That's it, boys.
reaction
Hoist the
video.
mast. Starboard to port side, prow to aft.
That made no sense what you just said.
Yeah, it's the point.
Watch out for the boobies. Fucking bitch. Yeah. Oh, damn it. False alarm. It's just a halibut. It's always just a halibut. Okay, Sven, I'll be the first to admit this mermaid may have been a mix of desire and hallucination, but one day we'll catch a real one because they definitely exist.
That's true. I guess.
And then we'll pickle her bottom half and make a nice steak to silde, and we'll use the top half for stuff. Oh, and maybe even give the ship boy a break. I don't want to be the mermaid anymore. Well, that's just tough, Jacob. We all had to be the mermaid when we first started. Now put on your dress. Hey! Watch out for his mouth!
Jesus
Now
Christ.
you have to be the mermaid.
I bet you feel smarter after watching that cartoon.
That was horrible.
That is Flash Gets.
I think the worst part was the noses.
Oh my
So
god.
those are historically accurate noses.
I know.
Oh god.
For stuff.
Stuff. So Raven, you can go now.
No, we're stuck with her
I'm okay with that.
for another 16 minutes, right, Raven?
Stuck with me?
No, it's 16 seconds. You see what Justin doesn't know is that there's now a mandatory rule. Whenever Raven shows up, there's only a few seconds left of stream.
Welcome
You guys
to the
start-
show, Raven. How you doing this morning?
Raven, you gotta start showing up at like 110, 120 with that rule. Yeah.
I've been sick. I still don't feel very good. Not back up to
Snuff.
normal. Yeah,
Pulse.
back up to snuff. Yeah.
At the snuffles.
Stuff's not good for you.
On this show, that term has a double entendre.
Yes.
I don't know. It could be a triple. I haven't read but the first paragraph.
Yeah. How far through that scene did you get, Raven?
I don't think I read, but I read enough. Enough. I didn't know you wrote it.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Oh my god.
I'm
Does that
in touch
explain
with
so much, Raven?
I'm in touch with my sensitive feminine side.
Oh my god.
I know how things work.
I'm speechless. I just, well,
So,
have a great day.
will you be joining us next month? Since you missed.
Well, I don't know. Now, did you put new mandates on it?
I put the mandates that were on it before.
Oh, I guess I didn't know what the mandates were then.
The mandates
So,
are
I gotta go back to square one.
the mandates are don't get me fucking canceled. And that's pretty fucking hard, being that this is me we're talking about.
Right.
And you've been on like a full year without any issues.
Yeah, it's because I'm a good man. I'm a good boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
feel
read.
like an idiot.
What? Why do you feel like an idiot?
If I had just looked at the next step in the instructions, I'd have realized, no, I did not assemble anything wrong.
Yeah.
There's a piece I still need to put on there.
Okay. Don't worry about it, bro. He's building a model tank.
Oh.
For my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
As a Christmas present.
You did it wrong. You're supposed to just give him the model. Put it together as the fun.
I asked him if he wanted to do that, actually, because that is kind of his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He said if it was a simple tank, sure, but having how complicated it was, please do it for me.
Okay.
Plus, he's kind of looking forward to the paint job I give it.
It is a complicated model. I will admit that. I sent one to Bo, and he was not happy.
No, it isn't. You have not put together a real freaking model tank if you think anything Games Workshop makes this complicated.
This isn't Games Workshop. This is
it's
Archon Studios.
Archon Studios is easier to put together than Games Workshop.
No,
Usually.
their instructions are very ambiguous at times.
Oh. Have you ever heard of a company called Tamiya?
Yeah, I know. 287 parts to make a friggin',
Door.
6-inch tank model.
Door.
Yeah, there's no point in that.
And sometimes the parts are in the instructions backwards. Yeah. So Raven, what did you think? What did you think the rules were for next week's challenge?
I didn't think really there were any.
Yeah. but
the topic was
what one of those rules do you think you could not follow?
The willingness.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Degenerates with your
at first. At first, because I mean it's a kidnap situation. So
same here. I guess we got that Stockholm syndrome thing running through our veins.
I guess so.
You got to build up to it. Have some emotional development before the bow chicka chicka bow bow happens.
Oh yeah.
Or introduce a plant that makes everybody instantly horny when they smell its fume.
Drug-based sexual assault is still prohibited, and it's pointed out in Amazon's rules. And the rule I had was we follow Amazon's rules.
Oh, okay. No, this has nothing to do with it was not drug-based. So
yeah, magic counts in that. Hypno also counts.
You just
That's-
take all the fun out of life.
Well, yeah.
yeah, well, big multinational corporations do that.
Yeah.
Take it up with your local church.
Yeah, they'll love that. They'll get excommunicated before I even join. Jeez.
If you haven't been excommunicated at least once, have you really lived?
Have you really lived?
Uh,
That's funny.
mm. Okay. Anything people are doing this week? We've got about 10 minutes to wrap up in. So,
Only 10? Oh, jeez. I don't know,
yeah,
man.
it
I
normally
got
takes us
so
like
much
45
going
minutes.
on. Son of
That's what you get from being lippy, boy.
a. Yeah. Let's see. Today is an off day. Tomorrow game night. Wednesday another off night. Raven, what's your
We got to
show?
meet on Wednesday after Raven's show to talk about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Raven, your show on Wednesday?
Ghosts.
Ghosts?
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. It's Halloween time, you know.
It can only be like 4 things: ghosts, ghouls, goblins,
And witches.
specters.
Specters.
They're all different types of ghosts, Raven.
A specter? Never heard of that.
Yes.
What?
You've
Wait,
heard the
what?
word specter before, have you not?
Yeah.
It's just picture a ghost, but it's black instead of white.
Yeah, specters are more formless things.
I thought they
I've
were
never
more
heard of specter.
like literally like ghosts that were like a photo negative of a ghost. You know, wherever a ghost would be black, it would be white.
Okay.
Well, I've always understood them as bit of that, but I've also understood them as being a bit more formless. Not like it, where some ghosts you can see its face, some ghosts you can see a form. They're usually just black blobs.
I've seen
there's
a
also,
ray.
there's also the illusion to like the specter of something hanging over your head, where it's like a formless
Lemonade,
purse or
yeah.
something.
Lemonade, or whatever. The
Mm.
words are not coming out. Raven, writing in the chat, "I'm coming," is probably not something you should do.
Oh, I meant oh jeez. I forgot I need to censor myself.
Especially
Next
if
time, just
We're only
put
back
a
in
bunch of
seventh grade
explanation
again.
points behind it.
yeah, if you punctuate it with a musical note, just say it.
Yeah. And then, ooh.
I'll delete that. You're right.
I just
forgot.
fucking with you. You don't have to
You have
bother.
to.
You don't have to. It's just,
As you made it here, so
yeah. It's just funny. I looked over and saw that. It's like what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Oh. Okay.
I didn't even-
TCG.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna move on to TCG, but if
Go,
you got
go.
something else to
Go.
TCG,
well, let her tell everybody what time and where and all that good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, where's your show? How can they find you? Do they need? Is there any safety words?
No. It's 12radio.com, and it's Wednesday at 7 Pacific time, 10 Eastern.
Are you exclusive with them? Like, because Shadow was saying you should start simulcasting to YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no restrictions there. I just trying to figure out how to do all the tech and stuff like that. Challenged I am with tech. So
Yeah.
yeah, I got on today without a problem though. So I'm getting better.
You found the link in the group chat on Discord?
No.
Shadow sent it to you?
Yeah.
Bad Shadow. Bad.
No.
Bad Shadow. She has to learn. She has to be
Raven.
humiliated until she finds it in the group chat.
Raven, I'm literally doing this my part of this show from my freaking breakfast nook. Okay.
I'm doing my part of
not
this
there
show
to see.
from
They're not there to see your background or your decorations. Look at the other two screens; they're black. Just Just go out and get a black table cover, and you'll fit right in. It'll just be ravens talking ahead. Because they can't see it because your clothes are all black.
Well,
Like Mr. Max.
it's also the background of your what? You got records there, a couple of hippy dippy weirdo stuff on the wall. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, look at what you did for Nathan's show. That's all you just go sit over there.
Yeah. Does he still do a
Half
show?
half the YouTube channels out there are done with a phone.
This one is.
This plastic tank weighs close to a pound. Jeez Louise.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. TCG, are you doing anything?
This week, no. I had to return the computer I bought because it does not like Wi-Fi at all.
Okay. That's odd. Huh. All right. That's sad. That's sad to hear, bro.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there this Saturday for the my show on Saturday night?
Honestly, Shadow, the Saturday show only interests me for certain topics, and this one, meh.
The world building one.
Yeah. The character building where we were doing the spy thing, yeah, that kind of interested me. The world building, eh.
Hey,
I
well,
kind
it's
of want
not
to stay in the
optional.
headspace of my game.
It's not optional. It's for the game that I'll be running later next year. So
That you're part of, bro. We're forcing you into it.
yeah,
We're hooking alligator clips up to your nads, and every time you don't show up, there's zzz. Yeah.
so you're going to be attaching them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I offered to give
That's your
Raven.
job. Trust me.
I offered to give Raven 50
No,
cents.
no. And the fact that you offered is even scarier.
Well, sorry, Raven, you aren't getting your 50 cents now. Shadow's doing it.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
No, I was not doing that.
That's not what I heard.
Well, that's
I
too
heard
bad for
shit.
Raven. It's probably the first junk she's seen in years.
That's not true. Don't
What?
be mean to Raven.
She's got the internet just like everybody else. I'm sure she's seen plenty, and I'm certain.
I'm pretty sure I forced her to look up Nards at least once or twice.
Yeah. She looked up the
Raven,
kind. I guarantee she didn't look up the good kind. Okay.
yeah, and Raven, I was making a "you don't get laid" joke.
Yeah, she's female, bro. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
She's just like, yeah, I wish I didn't know that.
What?
Just. I'm going to be nice and be quiet.
No, you yell at him like a decent angry woman. I want to see at least one plate leave your kitchen and hit him in the head right now.
Okay.
That's how domestic violence works, after all.
Well, she has the secrets of the Bigfoot. She could probably dimensionally vorpal the plate straight to my head.
Yeah.
Or just make one of your own plates hit you in the head.
That
Their
too.
mind.
That too.
Are there any plates nearby? Better look out.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see you on Wednesday.
Same bat time.
Same bat time, same bat channel, but on a Wednesday, a different day of the week. Okay.